today. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about story. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Grossman. Open man is Trey Burton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Grossman. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Grossman. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. To recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Grossman. Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
The best numbers that Lamar Jackson possesses is that his team wins the vast majority of games that he starts at quarterback. But in addition, 2,900 yards rushing in his career. They know how to build around him and play to his strengths.
And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4.
They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. Well, he's got no blocking in front of him. His guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Off play action, Grossman. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, Grossman trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Esther going to decide against a return, and they will spot this at the 25.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen them punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
On 3rd and 2, Grossman, and he hits on the slant route to Marshall.
And he will have the Bears first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
On 1st and 10, Grossman. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll give it up to Forte. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Grossman. Man open is Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Grossman. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's a give. Lewis running. Gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
on the inside handoff. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. On the handoff, Lewis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hester to return from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on. But part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of pass rush in practice, because the speed, the ferocity, the quickness, some of the change-ups and how they get out the quarterback that you may not have seen on film, all that is different. You can practice it as much as you want to. You can even insert smaller, faster guys at positions that show that the speed's going to be quicker. But until the whistle blows and you play for real, it's just not the same.
And not as easy to implement on game day. On second down, Forte. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They're a good side for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a toss. This is Forte. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bennett.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running right, Forte. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Grossman. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. It's complete. It's Forte. And he will have the Bears 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground attack here. It's Forte.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Grossman. Over the middle, complete. That's Cohen. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. They'll run for it. Forte. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Forte. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Grossman. Middle of the field. It's Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here. Back to throw. Grossman. And caught. This is Bennett, the tight end. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Throwing on first down, Grossman. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 3, second and a yard. This is Howard on the toss right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Clayton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. To throw again on second down. Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly. But that time, it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. Following the fumble recovery, Grossman, a dump off to Forte. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Grossman sets up the screen to Forte. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. For you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson, 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Quick slant here to Smith. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run on first down. It's Lewis. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. It down
shy of the 45 at the 46.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now. 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the handoff, Lewis running left. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1 from the 2. They try again with Lewis. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. A 10-play drive that time, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hester going to decide against a return, and they will spot this at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
57.
Looking to throw. Grossman got his man complete over the middle. It's Bennett. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff left. It's Forte. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Forte again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Grossman. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To throw is Jackson. Complete. Smith has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Lewis. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, it's Lewis. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. On third down, Jackson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 36. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Onto the field now come the Bears. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable.
And the ball's out. Forte loses it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Jackson now. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Bears take over. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And an impressive display by the Eagles. For their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Grossman. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And incomplete on the deep ball. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Grossman. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lewis. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Grossman. The screen pass here to Cohen. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Grossman. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch, because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that a good call by John Harbaugh and tossing out that red flag. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Going for Burton, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Grossman. Caught right side is Jeffrey. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Looking to throw. Grossman. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Grossman. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start on the ground with 4 cents. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, it's Rice. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a...
But the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grossman. He's got a man. That's Marshall. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the
It's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Ravens, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4 and 6. And they'll return home next.